New at 6 next week, tariffs of 30% go into effect against products from the 27 countries in the European Union. The U.S. Chamber of Commerce expects that to hit small businesses hard, and consumers are likely to feel the blow. Deanna, everyone from economists to retailers have warned us about the impact of tariffs, but in June we only saw prices go up by 0.3%.
Yeah.
Is all this hand-wringing overblown?
That is a great question, Brett. Certainly experts say that higher tariffs could topple small businesses that are already teetering on the precipice of collapse. But it's been 4 months since the president's so-called Liberation Day, and the economy is still standing strong. So might all of these doomsday forecasters be wrong? That's a question for the bigwigs at the U.S. Chamber of Commerce.
America imports a wide range of products from the EU, everything from pills to plastics. And the tariff tax starts here. U.S. companies would pay a 30% tax when they import goods from those 27 European countries. And that's when those proverbial dominoes start tumbling.
And then if they sell it to maybe a wholesaler, part of that gets passed along.
And more dominoes fall.
And then it ultimately gets passed along to the retailer.
And then more dominoes fall.
And then ultimately to us, the consumers.
And those are the dominoes that fall right into your wallet. But using Consumer Reports Price Tracker, I've been following the prices of 3 household essentials: coffee, laundry detergent, and diapers. And look, all 3 are the same price today as they were last month. So is all this doomsday talk overblown? The head of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce says no.
It does vary from product to product. It depends on what the tariff level is, whether we've been able to stock up ahead of the tariffs or not. But eventually, all of these things get translated through into higher prices.
Take, for example, coffee. No price change.
Why? Because in the first 3 months of this year, importers brought in record amounts of coffee to try to get ahead of the tariffs. You can do that because you can kind of store the beans for a while.
But you can't store bananas, and part of the cost is paid by the consumer, with price hikes of more than 3% in a month. He also points out that the consumer ultimately pays the price for raw materials.
So manufacturers right there in Rochester, they're building something. They're in New York to sell to Americans, but they may need a particular part or component that they import. When they import that, they're paying the tariffs too.
And business owners have confirmed that, like here at one of 4 Jam Industries plants in Rochester. Here, workers turn blocks of steel and aluminum into parts for various sectors, from medical to the military.
Probably 80% of our aluminum is imported.
And tariff on aluminum is currently 50%. And consider the impact on chocolate makers like Rochester's Hedonist Chocolate. Cocoa beans can't be grown in most of the U.S.
And so we import all of our chocolate.
And so the domino falling for chocolate makers feels a bit more like a boulder, the Chamber says, that threatens to crush America's small businesses.
Now, the Rochester Chamber of Commerce is asking its members to report the impact of tariffs, and Governor Hochul has mandated that all state agencies track the impact as well, Brett.
And Deanna, we know the Rochester Chamber's recommendation is for us to shop local whenever possible.
Absolutely. That's right, Brett. I'll point out that small businesses have far less wiggle room, so a 30% jump in their wholesale costs, that's really significant.
No doubt about it. All right, Deanna, thank you.